Younger Weiss sat on her bed, exhausted from what had just happened. Her older self smiled as everyone else left the room and sat beside her younger self. Younger Weiss looked extremely uncomfortable and shifted further away. She really didn't want any more crazy conversations. She desperately needed rest.
So, Weiss.
But unfortunately, older Weiss tried to start a conversation with her younger self.
Since now that we're all alone and that I am you anyway, let's be a little more honest. I beg your pardon? Don't you have a crush on RWBY?
What? What are you talking about? I do not have a crush on that dolt.
Huh, is that so? That's weird. I thought I had a crush on RWBY when Vital Festival came around.
Older Weiss hummed in confusion.
I do remember having a crush on Neptune, but I thought that didn't really last long.
Now, older Weiss was trying to figure out where her memory had gone wrong.
Are you sure you don't have a crush on RWBY?
Weiss stared at her older self's puzzled expression. She tried to deny it again, but she knew she had no use lying to herself.
Fine, I do have a crush on RWBY. Just what I thought.
Older Weiss smirked as she looked down at herself.
Was I always so dishonest back then?
She wondered, but didn't dare say it aloud. She didn't want younger Weiss to start yelling again.
Why would you deny it so badly?
Because RWBY, she is such a dolt. She's like a little kid. She needs cream and 5 sugars in her coffee, eats chocolate chip cookies for a meal, and can't stay up late studying without falling asleep. Sure, I accepted her as our leader, but this is different.
Weiss stood up while shouting, then sat back down with a huff.
You know, Weiss, you talk as if you're annoyed with her.
I am.
But you know such little details about her.
Just what happened to me? Did you hurt your head? Just what in the world of Remnant is…
Older Weiss laughed at the scene. Gosh, she really had been a little kid back then.
Come on. She's a dolt, but she's not a bad one.
Younger Weiss looked up at her older self in shock. She genuinely didn't know how to respond.
She does get a little childlike sometimes, but it's not as bad as you make it sound. And I know that you think the same.
What makes you say that?
Well, because I am you? Look, Weiss, I know there is just too much information given to you all at once, and it might be a little difficult processing it all at once. But it really doesn't matter to you at the moment.
How does it not? You are literally me.
Well, if you've never met me, you wouldn't be so angry right now, right?
But I did meet you. And now it just changes everything.
Of course it's hard taking in everything right now. But you're not going to remember any of this in the future anyway. So just relax and take it easy. The fact that I will be marrying RWBY really isn't the most important task given to you at the moment. It's just… well, fine. I'll try not to think so deeply about it for now.
Weiss sighed. She tried to think it through, but it only hurt her head. She wanted to understand everything so badly. But if she wasn't going to remember any of this, then what was the point in trying to solve something she had nothing to gain from?
Good.
Older Weiss gave a satisfied smile and nodded. The two Ice Queens fell into silence. Younger Weiss took a deep breath, and older Weiss stared out the window.
I sometimes think of the times in Beacon. I beg your pardon? It's just one of those typical, when I was your age. When I'm alone, my memory will drift back to this dorm room.
Do you miss it?
I guess you can say that. I wouldn't say that every moment in this school was charming, but yes, I do miss it.
May I ask you why?
Why? Do you really think that there's a specific reason for missing your past?
Yes, because even if you desire for it, you can never get it back.
So why think of something that you can't achieve? Because so many things have changed.
Well,
so many, both in physical and emotional ways. I don't really regret anything. I don't. It's just that there was something important that I was missing at the time. Something that I did not recognize.
Something you didn't recognize? Is that even possible? Me, Weiss Schnee, missing out on something so important?
Weiss asked eagerly, and older Weiss turned her face to her with a smile.
I didn't recognize how precious these times were.
I beg your pardon?
As you know, when time goes, it only goes. It never stops, nor comes back. Well, we did succeed in time traveling, but it's us who traveled, not the time. I can't come back to Beacon as a 17-year-old girl and live at Beacon Academy dorm with my team.
Younger Weiss gave a confused look and didn't say anything, letting older Weiss continue.
I'm only trying to implement that this specific time in life will not come back, and that is what makes me miss it. But that's nothing bad. When I say that I miss it, I don't mean that I regret any of my decisions made so far. It simply means that the time spent here was valuable.
You or I became quite emotional, didn't I?
Maybe. Or it's just that I became more honest. Either way, I don't see how that can be bad, though.
Honest, is it?
Right. Since I've already talked this much, I guess a little more really wouldn't do much. One more thing. I just wanted to tell you that you should be more honest.
But
No buts. You can put your pride down in front of your team. They're your friends, aren't they?
Well,
Your team, your friends will always be there for you, even when you fully open yourself up to them. That's just who they are.
I really don't know how to respond to this.
You don't need to. It's just something I had in mind for the past few years, I guess. Something I wanted to tell myself from years ago.
You know that I won't be remembering anything you said, right? You're the one who reminded me of that.
I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
When the two fell into silence again, Weiss's scroll started to ring. There was a message from RWBY.
Weiss, Ruby or I? Older me? I don't know. But she wants everyone back in the room. And why didn't you use the group chat to let everyone know? That would have been more convenient, you know. Oh, it's just that you were on top of my contacts and I just texted you. Oops, caps lock. Anyways, can you text everyone else as well? We'll be right back. Sure, but do you mind sending all your messages at once? Was separating those 4 lines really necessary? Don't be like that.
Weiss texted Blake and Yang through the group chat, then sighed.
Well, I guess they'll be back soon then.
Guess so.
They smiled.